Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Stevie, and this is kind of a different video than I usually film. Usually on this channel, you see just like random gameplay clips, maybe something from my Twitch stream, which is, by the way, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. But today, today is Friday, December 10th, and it is 9:59 a.m. Central Standard Time. And guess what comes out in exactly 60 seconds? That's right. We've got the Cursed Possessions Phasmophobia update. I have been so excited for this Christmas update, and I want to share this with you guys here on the channel. So we're going to go through the patch notes while my game is updating, and then we might do a couple of like mess around solo lobbies just to explore the different new items that they're adding and the new ghost that's being added to Phasmophobia. So let's get into it. So we've seen teasers of the music box, we've seen teasers of the tarot cards, but this is the final teaser that they shared to show us what items were going to be added to the new update. The speculation was that the voodoo doll, the music box, and the tarot cards would all help instigate ghost interactions, but this new scrying mirror, it looks like a scrying mirror. We don't know anything about this yet, so I'm hoping the patch notes will give us a little bit more information. Let's take a look. Okay, so here are the patch notes for Cursed Possessions. Let's just give this a simple read through. So we've got the Cursed Possessions, amazing. Each location will feature one of 6 items randomly chosen at the start of each contract. There are several spawn points for each item, so get searching. This is really exciting. So it seems like it's going to be similar to the way that the Ouija board auto spawns in a random place for you to find and use. One of 6, so we'll only get 1 item per contract. And look, the Ouija board is now a part of that 6. So the Ouija board is going to be way less frequent. Oh, okay, let's see what they say. Cursed Possessions trade sanity for information, but be warned, using these items can cause additional negative effect. So think carefully if you want to anger the ghost for the rest of the investigation. Ooh, okay, sanity for information, and then additional negative effects. The music box. So we've seen images of this music box before. Let's see what they're saying about this music box here. Reports show paranormal entities singing along to this haunting melody. Don't get too close or you may get a nasty surprise. Okay, so that sounds like it's going to be just the ghosts will be attracted to the music. That sounds pretty cut and dry. I'm hoping that's what it means. A tortured voodoo doll. Now, one question I have, which I guess we'll see when we get into the game, does this tortured voodoo doll replace the original voodoo doll that we could just take photos of for interaction photos and more money? Force a pin into the doll to trigger a reaction from the ghost, but you may lose more than you gain. It seems like it's going to be a huge sanity drain to trigger a ghost interaction. A haunted mirror. Okay, this is what I'm excited about. I really need to know what this haunted mirror is about. A visible portal into the spectral realm. Dare you peer inside to find the ghost's room. Guys, this is what I speculated. This is what I was hoping for the scrying mirror. I was hoping that it would be something we could use maybe one time, maybe a few times to actually visually see what the haunted ghost's room is. The fact that this is actually what this means, I'm so excited to get in here and use this and see what it's like. Oh, nice. Okay, the summoning circle. Risk your life by summoning the ghost and trapping it temporarily. Don't stay too long, it'll break free eventually. So I'm wondering if this means that you can pull the ghost into our realm and trap it temporarily, and then if it does break free, it immediately starts a hunt. Or one thing I'm speculating that this could mean that the summoning circle is something you could lay out or find initially, and it will trap the ghost that is already hunting. If we can trap a ghost that is already hunting as a way to get away, that would be a great time to get ghost photos. That would be a great time to observe its movements. But obviously you don't want to stand there and taunt it because it will break free eventually and hunt and kill you. But I'm curious to see if this is something that we can use during an existing hunt, or if it's something that we use to get the benefit of and then it immediately starts a hunt. I'm not sure which way it's going to go, but I'm really excited to find out. Tarot cards, a deck of 10 random cards, each with a unique mystical property. This is also very exciting because the tarot cards, if we have 10 random tarot cards, in addition to the 5 other cursed objects that we could find, so we really end up having like 15 different cursed possession items that we could use that have different effects during a contract. So this, even though tarot cards is listed as one of the 6, this is a huge addition to the game, and I can't wait to dive into these and see what we're going to get. The Ouija board is totally different now. So the Ouija board is now classed as a cursed possession and has received new visuals. I've seen the new visuals for it. It looks amazing. It looks a little bit more realistic to me. So you must now say goodbye to finish talking with a ghost on the Ouija board. Interesting. So I'm going to forget to do this a lot. So if you don't close the door to the Ouija board, you're going to continue to have a sanity drain. I love that. I love that because that mimics what we think in real life about Ouija boards, right? You have to close the door. Oh, I love it. The Ouija board is no longer guaranteed on Nightmare. Okay, due to the new cursed possessions and ghost identity changes. That's totally fair. I feel like that's fair. I get it. And now it's going to be one of the 6, so it shouldn't be guaranteed on Nightmare because we should cycle through all of the items. The Ouija board will no longer have a chance to fail questions. That's going to be really interesting. So it's going to be a guarantee to answer no matter what. I actually really like that too, because sitting there asking the same question over and over again was so frustrating, and it was kind of like, what's the point of this? The Ouija board will no longer play an additional sound when spelling double letters. That makes sense too, but it will be a little bit more challenging because we'll have to kind of use context clues to figure some things out. But really the only thing that I think that's going to affect is if the ghost says its name or says its age is like 66 and we'll think it's just 6. So, but big deal. So the ghost is lying about his age. Like I've never been there? Come on. The total number of Ouija board spawn points have been reduced on prison, asylum, and high school. So you would think that this would be a bad idea. You would think I wouldn't like this change because it means we're going to have less spawn points for the Ouija board. But I'm actually very excited about this because those maps are so large. Having so many optional spawn points means it takes forever to check all of them. So I'm actually totally on board with this. And then we can read more information in the journal under New Items, Cursed Possessions section. Ghost Identities. Nightmare has been a successful addition to Phasmophobia, but we've all found some ghosts are just too hard to identify with only 2 evidences. I agree. I agree with that. We never intended Nightmare to be a guessing game, so to combat this, some ghost types have received new abilities, passives, and other adjustments to make them feel more in line with their journal descriptions and most recently added ghosts. Amazing. Oh, I'm so excited about this. And it does, at first glance, it does look like the Obake has been removed for now, which I remember hearing they were removing the Obake because it needs to be worked on. For the shade, the shy ghost often hiding in plain sight, only showing itself when truly necessary. Poltergeist, the ghost that loves to throw things. Banshee, the singing siren, luring ghost hunters near and far. Banshee's rare ability to hunt at any sanity percentage has been moved to the demon. Oh, fudge. You thought demons were insane before? The demon, the most aggressive and dangerous ghost we've ever witnessed. Oh, I love this. This is going to be terrifying. Jinn, these ghosts love to chase, hide before they see you. Ugh. Hantu, the cold has empowered these ghosts so much it's starting to show. Ooh, visible in cold temperatures? That would be actually really, really nice because it would be more dangerous, obviously, to give it power by letting it be in cold temps, but maybe more activity or literally visible. That would be awesome. And can we go back to the singing banshee? I hope it's actually singing. That would be so great. Okay, mare, the thing that goes bump in the night, thriving in darkness. Oni, new reports show many more sightings. Maybe these ghosts enjoy the fear in people's eyes. Yokai, be quiet, you wouldn't want to wake it up. Yuri, masters of insanity, making anyone crazy who comes into contact with them. Interesting. Okay, this doesn't really give us too much new information. The demon's going to be terrifying. The banshee, I'm hoping that this is going to be similar to if any of you are familiar with the game Ghost Hunter's Core. So in that game, demons have a very specific audio response where they laugh when you talk to them. I'm hoping that they'll do something similar with the Banshee here so that you can immediately identify it when you hear the singing. I know some people might think that that would make the game too easy because as soon as you hear singing, you know it's a Banshee. But there are so many other things that we're doing in the game other than identifying the ghost when it comes to optional objectives, and possibly still needing to collect the evidence to get the full contract payout. If that's something that's been on my wish list, I would love to get small amounts of contract payout for each evidence that we gather, and then like a full huge payout when you've guessed the correct ghost. So if that's been changed and figuring out the ghost type isn't necessarily as important as collecting the evidence, that would be amazing. I would be into that. Okay, let's see. Ghosts will now only use their physical form during hunts instead of a shadow or translucent form. I love that because it has been really difficult to see some of the ghosts when you're trying to outrun them during a hunt. All ghost abilities have been adjusted to make them happen more often and more consistently. That's awesome. That's amazing too. I'm so excited for this. That was one of the biggest frustrations with me playing the game on Nightmare mode specifically, is those special abilities were so few and far between that it was like they said earlier up here, it was a blind guessing game. So I'm excited to actually be able to like build these skills and learn how these ghosts act. Let's see what's new. For the duration of the holiday period, Maple Campsite weather will always be snowing and has received new seasonal decorations. Oh, cute. I am excited to see the holiday decorations on Campsite. The Mimic. Okay, this is the ghost we did get teased. We were teased about this ghost earlier, so let's see what they say. The most intriguing ghost type we've ever encountered. More information is available in the journal. Okay, so we'll check the journal first thing and see what it says. The Mimic. The Mimic is an elusive, mysterious copycat ghost that mirrors traits and behaviors from others, including other ghost types. We're unsure of what this ghost is capable of. Be careful. Several reports have noted ghost orb sightings near mimics, but ghost orb is not an evidence type. I love this. This is exactly what I was hoping for, and I'm excited about it. So we could get orbs as an evidence and it not actually be accurate. So if we have the Mimic, we could get 4 evidence types. So we need to not stop when we hit 3. We need to keep going, and we might find a 4th evidence, and that'll tell us it's the Mimic. 2 new tabs have been added to the journal for easier navigation, home and items. We did see that when they teased it earlier, but we don't really know what those mean, so we'll check that out later. Several questions have been added to the Ouija board, such as how did you die? That's going to be exciting. Almost every object has had its impact sounds replaced to match its material. Okay. So things will sound unique now. So metal hitting metal will sound different than a pillow hitting a carpet. Got it. New sounds have been added for player footsteps while sprinting on different surfaces. So again, with objects, they should sound like what they should sound like. And large rugs and floor mats now have collision. Amazing. So optimized Maple Campsite. Ghosts can throw objects during hunts similarly to how they open doors. That's going to be really exciting. I want a ghost to throw something at you while you're running away from it. That would be amazing. All ghosts except yokais can hear your voice from further away. Good. Okay, because we started kind of talking during hunts because it didn't really seem to have too much of an effect. And I think that needs to be scarier. So I'm glad they're doing that. Okay, ghosts will no longer be able to wander along paths when setting waypoints through walls. They'll need to choose a closer waypoint. Okay, so it sounds like they're going to have to maneuver objects in the environment a little bit more, which is great. The ghosts will now always write in a ghost writing book after throwing it, if it is that evidence type. Ooh, except during a hunt. Nice. So we've seen the ghost move the book before, but not write in it. And now if we see that happen and it's not a ghost hunt, then we can rule out ghost writing as an evidence type. I love that. You must now take an interaction photo of the object that was thrown instead of where the object was before the ghost moved it. That's also a common sense update. That makes so much more sense. I love it. Approved. Hunting effects on cameras have been adjusted. Ooh, I can't wait to see that. Ghost refreshing fingerprints will now allow you to take an additional photo. Ooh, as in touching the same door twice. That's great. Flickering lights will be based on the distance to the light itself instead of the light switch. Makes sense. Footstep sounds are now more accurately synchronized with the player and ghost movement speed. That is also going to be very helpful. The heartbeat sound's volume is now based on the distance from the ghost, so getting louder the closer it is. That's going to be so intuitive, and it's going to add such a layer of realism to the game. Hunting ghost sounds will now fade out instead of abruptly stopping. Again, realistic and spookier. Increasing the frequency of paranormal sounds picked up by the mic. Great. We could use a usable parabolic. I love it. Fixes. Finally fixes. Okay, here we go. Raiju's weakness was only affecting camcorders and cameras. Okay, great. Hunt duration was being set based on the size of the map you previously played. Ooh. Heartbeat sound would play if the ghost was too far away. That happened to me a couple times and it was terrifying. Sound would muffle if you walk near the cabin balcony door. Okay, escape the ghost couldn't be completed. Interactions were not giving photo rewards. The photo camera can be turned on inside the truck. Smashed lights could be turned on. You could hold lit candles outside in the rain. Temps and campsite toilets were not being set correctly. Heartbeat sound would play when you were far away from the ghost. Using a second smudge stick wouldn't stop the ghost killing you. The master volume slider wouldn't work. We had so many glitches with that were so frustrating. I'm glad that they addressed it. VR players couldn't hear their own footsteps. Curtains didn't have collision. Lights wouldn't look turned on after flickering. Shower water and edge field was spraying the wrong way. I never noticed that one. Certain map UI and player icons were rotated incorrectly. Photo rewards were being given when they shouldn't be. Floating books in high school? Safe spots? Oh no! I want my safe spots in the prison! Several fans in Asylum having 2 sets of fan blades, and rare visual issues in Willow and Ridgeview. Okay, simple fixes, a lot of things that did really need to be addressed. Some of the things didn't need to be addressed. Like, I'm totally fine with having a couple of glitchy hiding spots. You know, throw us a freaking bone here, guys. Come on. So that's it for the Cursed Possessions patch notes. Let's get into some gameplay and see if we can find those 6 new items and see how they work. Well, guys, thank you so much for going through those patch notes with me and checking out the Christmas decorations for the new Cursed Possessions update of Phasmophobia. I can't wait to get into this game and find all 6 of those Cursed Possessions, so keep an eye out for that video, hopefully maybe even later today. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and check me out on Twitch. If you're seeing this the day of the Phasmophobia update, I will be streaming at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. So make sure you go follow me over there and come hang out and see some of these shenanigans happening live. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!